Hello everybody, and welcome back to some SkyT. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we set up all of our fissile fuel stuff, and we got our reactors set up. Got all that going. We bumped up our sulfur production a little bit. I bumped up my uranium production a little bit. All of that going. It's all backed up. Matter of fact, it's backed up, and we are gathering a lot more stuff now. We're up to 885K on the uranium and 10 million sulfur. We ought to be good to do what we need to do. So there's one thing I forgot to mention last episode. In the process of making the bees and stuff like that, adding the extra bees, I was throwing some extra stuff in the trash can, and I threw my advanced dislocator in the trash can. And I've got to go back through and reset everything. We lost it. Wasn't hard to make. We had all the stuff to do it. I just forgot to talk about it. So yeah, it kind of aggravates me because now I've got to go from point to point to point to point to point. Try to remember everywhere where I had the stuff set up because I don't remember everything. So, but today, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to kind of beeline our way through getting not the rest of mechanism, because we're not going to get to antimatter today. We're more or less worried about getting our HDPE, our polonium going, and our plutonium going, which means we're going to get our reactors going. So HDPE is going to be pretty straightforward and easy for us to do. To make the HDPE pellets, we need substrate, we need oxygen, and we need liquid ethylene, which we have all the ethylene in the world. All we got to do is switch it out to making liquid ethylene. Speaking of oxygen, I did not realize I did not have these guys completely upgraded. They were at the point of we need dumping excess on these. But they weren't. I didn't have them. Had all energy upgrades filled in them, but I did not have all the speed upgrades in them. And we'd run out of oxygen while I wasn't looking. So I've given them all speed upgrades. These are all filling back up. They should fill back up pretty quick. This has been going for about 10 minutes now, so it's not taking long to fill those back up. So we should be good. We're going to need more oxygen today. We're using a ton of oxygen in this pack. So, but anyways, so yeah, we need to, that's not what I wanted, this guy. We need to make liquid ethylene, which we need to make a rotary condensator, which is, we should actually have. That one's not any good to us, I don't think. So what we're going to do is we're going to lose one of our gas power generators. It's not going to really matter at this point because while yeah, it's generating a bunch of stuff for us, it's not. It's generating about 70,000 RF a tick, but we're not using. That's not what I wanted. I wanted flux. We are not using that much right now. Our induction matrix is full of power, and our other reactors are just shutting on and off. So, yeah, we're good. So I need some speed and some energy upgrades, and that's going to fill us up with liquid ethylene. And then to make the pellets, we need a PRC, which we should actually have those set here. Come on. You got this. There you go. And I think we'll get rid of this. We were using this as a way of... That's enriching factory. We're going to need that. We were using that as a way of getting our stuff. Fluix crystals. That's what I was using. All right, so our PRC, we'll place it down there. We're going to need some entangly blocks. I love entangly blocks. These things are, this is great. The fact that I can put this stuff down and move stuff wherever I want to is awesome. So we're going to need substrate in here. We're going to need oxygen, and we're going to need ethylene. That's right. Oxygen, ethylene, and substrate. Let's put... That's going to be a mess. One there. We'll do one to the bottom. And then we'll put one in the back. Just making sure that didn't put one of these guys in there. Alright. So we've got all that. So first things first, let's get our ethylene going in here. So we want this guy set to this. That's not what I wanted to do. So that we just need some fluid pipes for this. And that's given us our liquid ethylene. Awesome. And then we need our substrate. So we'll come over here and whack this guy. And then whack this guy. And whack this guy. And we will get these. And we want the back set to input. Beautiful. We've got our substrate. Now all we need is our oxygen. And we go from this guy to here. And then I got to get... I have not set up a recipe for the gas pipes from Mechanism. I've been using these guys. And I don't know why. So there's that. We can throw a upgrade in it. And that should... It's got everything we need. We just don't have no power. And now we've got power. Beautiful. And that's going to give us our HDPE pellets. Now, we just need a handful of the pellets for this quest right here. No, not that. No, I was looking through to see if there was anything that we needed the pellets for. And we've got this for making the sheets, and then we've got the HDPE rods. The rods are used for the pigment mixer, and we don't have any use that I know of right now for the pigment mixer. So we're going to set this guy up. We don't want that enriching factory. Let's make a new one. Let's set this guy down right here. That's going to put them in there. And now with 3 of these, we will get our sheets. And the sheets is all we actually need. So let's grab a speed and a stack. And we'll just let this guy run. It's going to use that. It'll suck through. It's going to suck through that pretty quick. And we're going to need a bunch of these. We'll see how we go. If it needs to be that we need to use more of this, I think we're good with the ethylene usage right now. so that liquid ethylene. Yeah, so I mean, if we need more, we can always do more with that. And we can take this drawer here, put that in there, and then we'll add it to the rest of our drawers. All right, so we've got our HDPE sheets going. They're going. This guy is holding pretty steady right now. We're pretty much making as fast as we're getting. So we're doing all right. So next up is going to be working towards the polonium and the plutonium. Both of them need fluorite dust. Both of them, we need to work on that. So we're going to have to set up I don't have a crusher set up. So let's get us a crusher. That's not what I want. I want this guy here, and that guy there. So I'm going to need some buckets. Well, we're just going to go ahead and set this up. Bucket and a bucket. So yeah, we need to get us just taking the fluorite, turning it into fluorite dust. I don't know if we need actual fluorite for anything. We do need a little bit. Yeah, we're going to need it. So we can't just set this up to be a full-on assault on the fluorite that we do have. Plus, we're using it over there. All right, so let me figure this out, and I will be back. All right, pretty simple solution. I just set down a drawer going into the crusher, going into another drawer, and it's basically just, let's do that. Auto sort on. So I give it about 9,000-ish, a little over 9,000 fluorite. The math that I done was we needed about 400 each of the plutonium and the polonium, and so this should be more than enough for what we need in order to do this. So now all we need to do is go get this stuff set up. I do need to set up a recipe for the solar neutron activator. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we will head back over to our reactors and get that set up. So this guy, there we go. All right, I'll be back. All right, so let's get this all set up. So we got us our isotopic centrifuge. We're going to want, I've got this guy set to export. Let's move this back one. To export the spent or the nuclear waste. And into the isotopic centrifuge, it will make the plutonium. And then we want the plutonium to come from here into a PRC. This is also going to need water. Let's grab that. I got rid of our fluid pipes. Pull that out. So that's got water. We will get us another entangly block. Items, entangly, and I've already clicked on our dust over there, so that should be what we need, and that's got our dust. So now all we need to do is get the plutonium out of here, And then we're also going to set side config. We want auto eject on. We want gases to output the bottom. That's to none. Items we want to output, and then we're going to put a ender chest here that is set to our system that go, or it's a chest that goes straight into our system. I don't think there's much going in here. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I don't remember what we used it for. All right, so I need to get all of these set up to, that goes there, that goes there, and we're going to hope that we can use the ultimate trash can like we've used before and just empty our waste into it and not have to worry about it. That's what I'm hoping. If not, I've got a plan B. And we'll cross that bridge should we need to. We're going to find out here in just a minute. So give that. Alright, so we should have everything ready to go. I need to give this guy some power. We need to give this guy some power. And then we need some speed upgrades and some energy upgrades. Don't necessarily need it, but we're going to use it because why not? That's going to use a ton of power to do this, but we're not going to have a whole bunch of stuff going through it. So, if everything is good to go, we should be able to activate this guy. And it is burning 0.1. So let's go up to 10. Actually, I think we can do 12. And we should be able to keep up with water and that. This is putting nuclear waste in. This should be, it is not. Auto eject on. Side config. Gases, we want this set to output. That outputted, that's gone in there. Soon as we get 1,000, it should give us our first piece of plutonium. And that's going pretty quick. Beautiful. We got plutonium. That is not outputting. Alright. On to plan B with this. I hate this. Alright, so we're back. We are going with plan B, which is I've made a 16 million mega chemical storage cell. We're going to set us up just a small network over here. Just something that I can keep an eye on. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I want that. We need a flux plug here. That's got power. We can throw this guy on here and this guy here. And then we can come. Oh, I hate that climbing stuff sometimes. I forgot to put my drive in. Let's put this guy in here. And I should be able to break these without any consequences or repercussions because the way pipes work. So we should be able to put a import bus that didn't work out at all. So, but import bus there, and just run some cabling over here to that guy, and this should now be emptied out and storing in our system, and it'll store in our system and won't cause any issues. We throw some acceleration cards in here, and it is still not exporting. Gases, eject, output, blue bottom. Why are we not working? Well, we're going to have to go with plan C. The trash can did not work, and we can do the applied energistic storage, but it's not the mega cell we need. It's actually the radioactive storage component that we need, and we can't do that till we get us a little bit of polonium, which we can do here in just a minute, but for now, we're kind of stuck with that. So, but I did turn this off. We've got a bunch of barrels. This should be enough space for what we've got going on here. At least we're going to hope that's what the case is going to be. I don't know why some of these are... Yeah. So let's put us a thing in here. I've got this shut off. One other thing that I've figured out. We weren't dumping the steam out of here. We've actually had to put the pressurized tubes on here to the trash can, and it worked. So we should be able to activate this now. This steam is coming out and being thrown away, and this guy is now all working. So we're good to go. We're using not much as far as fissile fuel goes. I can adjust the rates of this. I want to get both of them going before we see where we're at. So that's what our next bit of business is going to be. To get us a solar neutron activator. Let's get one of those. And with this, we run the nuclear waste through it. It gives us polonium. That should work. We can't give it any kind of speed upgrades or anything like that, but we can add a few more to this. And 1, 2. That there, we need to get rid of this guy because we figured out that's not going to work. That goes there. That's going into there. These will all come out. And go into our next PRC. And we want... This will be input. That'll be output. Gases will output on the bottom. And we want auto eject on. We need to give this guy some water. There. Let's get rid of this. That didn't put it. Nope. All right, we got water. It's got power. That's connected, but it's not actually connected. All we need now is to get our entangly block set up. And that's got our fluorite dust or water. All we need now is the polonium, and that goes there. We've got that set to auto eject on that side, and then I need to set up our barrels for down here. I'm going to need some more barrels. All right, so everything's set up. We should now be able to, we're going to change this to 12. And we should be able to activate this guy. And we should start seeing stuff happen. First things first, we're not going to pull any waste out of here if we don't have that set up. So that is making polonium. So we want the front, we want auto eject on. So this should all be we want input. There we go. We want input. And that is not, oh, we need to get that pipe set up. And we'll give it a boost. And everything's now working, and we should have polonium. Beautiful. We've got both. This is going to hurt, but we're going to do it. Okay, it didn't hurt. Awesome. All right, so now that we've got that, we can do the radioactive chemical storage. We'll see how this works right now as far as our barrels go. We're not running through a whole lot. I'm going to spend a minute here, watch this stuff, and watch what we've got at home, and make sure that we are not, see what we can adjust and see where we're at. Alright, so I've got these running at a clip of 25 millibuckets a tick. We could probably go a little bit higher and still be alright. But at the same time, we got to keep an eye on everything. And I think that's probably where we're going to, I don't want to go much higher than that because we're at a spot where everything is working and nothing is, we're not having any issues. The biggest thing is our nuclear waste. We're doing good there. At least until, I mean, we can make the radioactive cell now, but we've got everything taken care of. We've got a few quests to complete. Radioactive barrel. Isotopic centrifuge, we'd already made one of those, but yeah. Polonium. Beautiful. HDPE sheets. Beautiful. Solar neutron activator. Awesome. So now that we've got all that, we can get into our, well, we can get into our fusion reactor. We can't get into the SPS just yet. We've got to get through extended crafting. And we're going to need a lot more of this stuff before we can get to that far. So we're going to just wait on that And this is where we're going to leave it. So we're down to just needing the last final two things. The fusion reactor, I'm not too concerned with for the moment. We're generating enough power for what we need to be generating power for. And if we really wanted to, I could throw in some turbines with these guys to make a little bit extra power. Since I mean, it's free power. We've already got stuff going, but I think that's going to be it for the mechanism for the minute. To a certain extent, because like I said, we've got to get to the point of making the supercritical phase shifter, and we've got to get a little bit further into extended crafting for that. So, guess what's next? That's right. Alright, anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!